After 6 months of living in Chania, one of the most beautiful cities in Greece, we left and moved to the village.
And the reason why might surprise you.
Crete has such beautiful and diverse villages, ranging from historical villages in the mountains to villages with beautiful views of the sea. And aside from living amongst history, what we really love about Crete
is we get to go on an adventure through all different types of landscapes on one island.
And we're still only a short drive from Chania.
We live close enough to come into town and experience special events.
When we were looking for places to live close by, we actually wanted to stay in the center, but there's a housing crisis, and it made us look a little farther away.
With the increase in tourism, there's more Airbnbs and bookings. It does make it difficult to find housing here in Greece, but it's not impossible.
And it's a big issue across the country as Airbnb is so big here. It's one of the best sources for income for a lot of people, but the people that don't have it can't find a place to stay. Greeks like to live really close to where they work, so if you go a little farther out, it's a lot easier to find things, and especially because we were looking for something furnished, we had even more limited options.
In the off-season, we were living in Neahora. We absolutely loved the neighborhood and the community there. We knew going into our Neahora rental, it was only going to be for 6 months since they rented out for the summer season. But being a digital nomad, it requires you to be pretty flexible.
And luckily you are! Which is why we do yoga. Everyone has their own reason for becoming a digital nomad, and for us, it was never about becoming nomadic. It was about finding a solution that would allow us to live in Greece. So if you're interested in being a digital nomad, chances are you're going to live somewhere where there's tourism. So I think it's really smart that you look into what the housing situation is like there. In a lot of places, there is an off-season, so that could offer some pretty flexible options for you to move somewhere for a few months, live in what would be an Airbnb during the season or a booking.com, try posting in Facebook groups to find something, and that can help you start to build community and get a feel for the area that you might want to live in.
And being in a long-term off-season rental is a really great way to save money.
I think in living a flexible lifestyle that you have to be a digital nomad, it's easy to lose track of the why you're doing something. And I think it's always good to check in with yourself and make sure you're on the right track and you're making the right decisions. So far, we've been very mindful and been able to be fortunate in finding ways to create a better life here. And I think that one of the things that has really helped with that is connecting with a digital nomad community.
There are digital nomad communities. I have my own personal groomer. You're like my ape.
Nope. Don't say that.
Okay, but they groom each other. What else grooms each other?
Well, I don't know, but I'm hairy too. So
Okay. There are digital nomad communities all over the world, and it's easy to connect with them through Facebook, WhatsApp groups. And once you join these communities, it's easier to find housing, accommodation, activities, and meet people.
And I think while that's a really good way to find people who are going through what you're going through and find an instant community, we also are here because we want to connect with Greeks. And that takes a little bit more time and effort because there's a lot of people who are here with established friendships and relationships. And the people are all very nice and amazing. And so slowly we've been building that community as well.
One of the ways that I've been doing that is by partaking in activities that I enjoy doing back in the States. So for an example, in the States, I did a lot of aerial. So here I found an aerial studio that I absolutely love. Also, I grew up Greek dancing, and Crete was always one of my favorite islands to dance from. And well, we're here, so I joined a dance group.
And Crete, just so you know, actually means dance from Crete. So it's the local Cretan dance.
Yeah.
We moved to Greece to connect with the people, the culture, and to explore this beautiful country. And living in a village with good access to the main road actually gives us a lot more accessibility and being able to see a lot of those things, like going to Rethymno, one of our favorite places in Greece. And we're now a lot closer to that. And if you haven't seen our video on Rethymno, you definitely should check it out because we talk about how amazing the food is here on this island. And that's something that you can find in a lot of villages here too. We just love being able to see all of these different places
And while we really loved the port town of Chania, one of the things that we discovered was how much we actually loved driving to different villages, different places, and just being able to do that has been fantastic.
Slowly, we've been exploring this incredible island and we've been documenting it all. So be on the lookout for more content to come because we'll have something more in depth on how vast and great the countryside is here and the villages, and more on our travels here in this beautiful place.
We love Crete, and I think we've made a really great choice to make Crete our home.
Yeah, I mean, something that we really love about Crete is we didn't have to choose between the mountains and the sea. I mean, look at this view. You don't have to break the bank to do it here. It's something that's affordable for us.
And on top of all of that, Greece has some of the best hospitality in the world and one of the best cuisines you'll ever try.
And even better in Crete. Sorry. The food all over the country is incredible, but there really is something special about the food on Crete. They grow all of their own produce, and everything you eat feels fresh and is delicious and healthy. And it's just another reason that Crete was the right choice for us.
Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to tap that like button.
I'd say pa me stinalada, but we're already here, so make sure you're subscribed and following our episodes of Becoming Greek as we take you to more places around this beautiful country. Breathe.
While we love living in Neohora,
You breathe those deep breath.